So, friends, now after the T20 World Cup, there is going to be an ODI series between England and Australia in Australia. So, if you remember, before the World Cup, a T20 series happened between them, in which England won 2-0. But that tour was not completed, and now it will be completed. A three-match ODI series is going to start from today itself. Today will be the first ODI on 17th of November, and then second ODI will be on 19th. Then the third ODI will be on 22nd of November, and you can watch this series live in India on Sony Live and Sony Sports. The starting time would be in the morning 8:50 a.m. in India. The first ODI is going to happen at Adelaide Oval, and for this series, let us first of all have a look at the squads of both the team, and then I'll be telling you what can be the expected playing 11 for both the teams. You can see on the screen the squad of both the teams. Now, this is the squad of England for this series: David Malan, James Vince, Jason Roy, Chris Wokes, Liam Dawson, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, Josh Butler will be their captain and wicketkeeper, Phil Salt, Sam Billings, Adil Rashid, Chris Jordan, David Willey, Luke Wood, Oli Stone. Now you can see that in the England squad, there is no Ben Stokes. He has retired from ODI cricket. Johnny Bairstow is missing. Joe Root is also missing. And for England, there is going to be a factor of lack of motivation. After the World Cup victory, they must be looking for some rest and maybe celebrating their victory. But here they are just 2 days after the World Cup final, and they will have to play a three-match ODI series. So maybe the motivation factor is going to go against England, and for Australia, this motivation factor is going to work because they would be liking to prove a point here. But anyways, going by the squad of England team, their expected playing 11 can be, you can see on the screen. For England, I think this will be their expected 11. Jason Roy will be making a comeback. He would be looking forward to proving a point. He will open the innings with Phil Salt. Then at number 3, there will be either James Vince or David Malan. Then Sam Billings, Josh Butler, Moeen Ali, Sam Curran, Chris Wokes. Then at number 9, David Willey or Chris Jordan. Then Adil Rashid, Oli Stone. Now let's have a look at the squad of Australian team. Australia will be at almost their full strength, except that Glenn Maxwell won't be there. Otherwise, they will be at their full strength. Their original captain, Aaron Finch, has declared retirement from ODI format. So they will be playing under a new captain, Pat Cummins. So Australia will be starting sort of a new innings. They would be looking forward to doing their preparations for the World Cup, 50-over World Cup next year. So this is their squad for this series: David Warner, Marnus Labuschagne, Steve Smith, Travis Head, Ashton Agar, Cameron Green, Marcus Stoinis, Mitchell Marsh, Alex Carey, their wicketkeeper batsman, Adam Zampa, Josh Hazelwood, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins, their captain, and Sean Abbott. And for Australia, the expected 11 will be, this is going to be the expected playing 11 for Australia, as you can see. Travis Head and David Warner will be opening. Then Steve Smith at number 3, he would be liking to prove a point. Then either Marnus Labuschagne or Mitchell Marsh, one of them will be there at number 4. Then Marcus Stoinis, Cameron Green, Alex Carey, their wicketkeeper, Pat Cummins, captain, Mitchell Stark, Josh Hazelwood, Adam Zampa. Now, as you can see, bowling wise, I think England does have a good bowling attack. Australia also has a good bowling attack. But it is in the batting department. I think in the batting department, Australian lineup is looking superior to me compared to England. And Australia would be motivated. They couldn't make it to the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. They were the defending champions. So they would be liking to prove a point here. by winning this first ODI and winning the series. And they would be really pumped up. And for England, the factor of motivation would be there. Maybe England won't be motivated enough. And this first ODI is going to happen at the ground of Adelaide Oval, which is going to be a good batting wicket. The side boundaries would be short. And so you can expect a run feast here. I think any team which will bat first, especially Australian team, if they bat first, they would be scoring around 300 runs. And although this series is not part of the World Cup Super League, but this is going to be an important series for Australia. They would like to regain their confidence by winning this series. They lost their recent T20 home series also to England in Australia. So they would be looking forward for this series. And that's why I feel comparing both the teams and also going by the motivation factor, I think Australia is looking more favorites to me going into this series and also the first ODI. So my prediction for the first ODI is that Australia will be winning the first ODI and Australia will also be winning this ODI series. That is my prediction about the series. And regarding the final scoreline, whether Australia will win it by 2-1 or 3-0, I feel that Australia is going to make a clean sweep of this series. They would be really serious in this series. And I would pick Australia as the winner by a result of 3-0. So that is my prediction about the series. Let's see, friends, how the series goes. If you want to watch this series, you can watch it on Sony Live in the morning. Starting time would be 8:50 a.m. And in my next video, I'll be talking about India's tour of New Zealand. That too is going to start soon. Okay, friends.